I ain't chirped the tires in a second. What's up, guys? We're gonna be out in the garage all day today, working on that guy. We're gonna be putting this right here. It's a new 0304 Cobra motor for Gregg. Decided to give up on fixing the one that has literally different people tried 5 or 6 times trying to fix it, and it constantly fails. So it's a lower mileage stock Terminator motor. So goal today is to try to get that in and running that by tonight. Will it happen? Probably not. I'm gonna try. Gotta get everything out of the garage. But for right now, we're gonna let the Cobra warm up. We're gonna run the cars and coffee and go pick up a couple of miscellaneous hardware I need. And then we'll catch back up with everybody. Probably at cars and coffee, then when we get back in the garage. So let's get it. All right, we're back in the garage. There wasn't really too much going on with cars and coffee, so I didn't video anything, but we're about to shuffle all the cars around, try to get the green car in here. So we'll set up a little time lapse while we're doing that, and pick back up after we get the green car in here and get started on it. All right, guys, we got Gregg up in here. All the cars moved. We're about to start pulling the motor out. Basically, we're just gonna start at the top and work our way down. These mod motors look more intimidating than they actually are. Really just, we're gonna pull the whole intake off and assembly with the rails and everything. Alternator, accessory drive. Really the most difficult part's fighting with the dang power steering pump down there, because there's one bolt that's like literally behind the pressure line. If you worked on mod motors, you know about that. It's a pain in the ass, but it's not so bad. So basically, get all that done, hoses disconnected, etc. Get the mid pipe disconnected, wiring harness, all the small parts, bell housing bolts, clutch cable, all that small stuff, but shouldn't take no time. So, well, we're gonna get started and fire out the time lapse and go from there. All right, guys, I got the old motor out. I want to dig into it and see what's really wrong with it, but right now we're just basically going to swap the cam covers, timing cover, and oil pan, etc., oil cooler, and we'll get into trying to figure out what actually happened beside that caused the head not to have oil and this timing, the secondary timing chain to break. I don't know if you can see, but it's full of fuel from obviously the valve's not opening. Hard to see, you can't really see it, but I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna sell the rods and the crank and stuff that's not messed up in this thing, but this head is definitely trash. Debatable on that head. So I'm about to drain the oil, pull the pan, and start tearing it down and kind of go from there and start swapping everything to the new motor. And hopefully we can get that thing in here for long. Alright guys, this is day 2 on the engine swap with old Gregg. Yesterday we got the old motor pulled out and tore down. Nothing definitive yet about what happened to it. So today we're going to be swapping over oil pan, balancer, covers, and everything, and putting a new engine in the car. Hopefully getting it running by this evening. It's about 9 o'clock right now. I just had to run the loads and get a little heater. We'll see how good this thing actually works. It's chilly down here in South Alabama. It was in the 20s last night, which I know is not that cold, but it's cold for us. So we'll get it started, see what we can make happen today. All right, one little piece of information, tech information we're doing on this thing is the old engine had these cast iron primary tensioners go right there, tension the big chain. And these newer motors have these plastic ones on it like that. And they're bad about, they got a little seal on the backside and then blowing out. And they actually, these ones have a ratcheting mechanism to help keep tension on the chain. These don't, they can bleed down and it'll cause some chain noise, tensioner noise. So we're gonna swap these out just as another preventative maintenance thing to hopefully have no more issues with this project. Alright guys, here's another talking point about these 4-valve timing covers. On these things, there's like 3 different ones between the 96 and 98, mid-year 99 and 0000, and 03, 04 Cobra Mach 1. So basically, we went from an aluminum block to an iron block. So this bolt hole in the cover right here is in a different location on both those blocks. So what you basically have to do is you can either drill it out through the water passage and tap it and then put thread sealing on the bolt and have the bolt there. Or what a lot of people do is they just basically fill the hole with silicone and let it ride, and usually don't leak because there's a lot of bolts in the proximity of it. So it's the same if you're going from, say you're doing an eat and swap on a Mach 1 and you're going from the iron cover for the 0304 to the aluminum block, it's the same thing. So it's nothing to worry about really, it's not that big a deal. So best thing, I mean, if you're in a hurry or cheap, it's not gonna hurt literally just to get the right gaskets. Put a little extra silicone there and fill that hole up, it's not gonna leak on you. So. Alright, we got this thing fully assembled, full of oil, filter on, ready to drop in the car. Got the harness on it. Here's another thing. These iron blocks, they don't have the bosses for the NOx sensors that aluminum blocks have, and these NA cars have. See, the 03, 04 Cobras don't have a NOx sensor. So what I usually do is in these iron blocks, there's a little threaded hole right there in the middle, and I just stack the NOx sensors and use that timing cover bolt that we didn't use earlier to tighten them down together. And I mean, it may not be the best, but I mean, it's for what it is, it'll do what you need. I mean, if you were to put a positive displacement blower on this thing anyway, you would have to dumb them down because they would get too sensitive from the noise of the blower. So I guess we're gonna go to the time lapse of dropping this sucker in. So let's see if I can do this by myself. Might be a little fight, might not be. We'll see how she wants to treat me. Well, got her in. Wasn't too bad by myself. Took a little shimmy in. Had to give it her old razzle dazzle. Slid right on in. It's really not sitting as low as I thought. I figured since that iron block's about 70 pounds heavier, it's sitting a little bit lower. Maybe it will after I pull it off the blocks. Tough to say, I don't know. Let's keep on, we're gonna keep on pumping on this thing, see if we can't get her started up here this afternoon. All right, guys. Well, here we are. Got Gregg all together. Just waiting on Garrett to bring me an oil pressure switch that I must have broke when I put it in. I have to grab the battery out of that car, put it in here, get that switch in it. We're gonna see if we got some luck this time. So I got the oil pressure switch
Master Pro. Didn't have a Motorcraft one. So I guess we'll get that to Zach.
What you doing, bud?
Where you been? You been on a hot day?
No, because you didn't go with me.
Yeah. Oil, coolant, everything. Filter.
Do we have some promising results?
Honestly, nothing would surprise me at this point. I'll tell you one thing though, is how easy it turns over. If it turns over easy compared to the other one, it might be alright. We'll see. Hey, you see how much easier it turns over now? It was like.
What cabs are in this thing? What?
It's quiet.
Oh my god.
I don't care about his missing right now, it's quiet.
Kind of sounds throaty.
They got cams in it?
I don't know if it's got cams in it.
You hear it at the top of it?
That's what I was asking. I said, what cams are in this thing? Hey, it's on the left.
I was gonna buy a new cool pack for this car anyway, so maybe it's.
Well, you don't have some extras laying around.
I usually do.
So I guess Zach's gonna change out the cool packs, and we'll see what if it cleans it up some. Which one was it? 5?
That's what it seems like.
5 was missing.
We'll find out in a second.
Hey, there she is. Boy, we're getting a lot of smoky in here. It's alive.
Yes!
Are you happy for him now?
Where's my sign at? Well, I want 12 out of 12.
Holds up 10. There you go.
Sadly,
It's called breaking loose.
I should have brought my Milwaukee.
No,
that's what we'll do. So that's what we'll break.
So Zach thinks his Cobot's better, so we're gonna try this DeWalt and try to break one of these head bolts loose because he don't think it's.
I'm talking about the head bolt, not the cam cap.
If I can get it down in there. I don't know if I can get it down in there.
We'll get the extension then, so that thing's so powerful.
No, because then it takes up torque.
Oh, no.
Oh, it twisted. Hang on. Try the next one. It's already broke.
He's gonna get a man's gun.
Oh, is he?
He's not gonna get a man's gun.
While my car's slow, it's throwing my
All right, see, now you need a half-inch one.
That's a man's gun right there.
Where's my socket?
I don't have your socket. I sponsored the gun, now he was supposed to sponsor me the socket. Ooh, that don't look like it's gonna go on. Oh no.
I will loosen it up.
It's in there crooked too, look at
I may or
that.
may not have grabbed
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I thought I did. I may or may not have grabbed that.
Alright, we'll come back to that. Cold start ram! You think he knows his truck's behind? That's what we like, boys! Alright, fancy man. Whatever. Suck it. So what are we hoping to find?
Something along the old basket.
Cold Star Rev! It's like it's breathing. And then it died.
It's the only reason it's running because it has a matching map and injector.
We need to change our name to Flatline Racing.
Still gonna take down the road with it. I'm just glad it's quiet and it has oil pressure. Thank goodness. That's the oil passage right there.
There's no oil in it.
Excellent observation there, Heath.
Look at this.
See that one?
No, that's this feeds the whole head.
I didn't realize.
Got a hair chuck?
Yeah. Don't worry about breaking it. Take them off. I mean, size anyway. Take that picture off there.
those toast.
Literally, if we would have pulled that off, we could have seen that. And just it would have saved the head.
Wow.
That makes me feel better though that there's not like the oil cooler or something stopped up. Even though I cleaned the hell out of it today.
What is that, silicone?
No, that's like a piece of paper. I'm about to pull it out. That's a lot of. It's like a tag.
Watch you open it up and it says Esteem did not kill himself.
I'm gonna get some meat on that.
What in the world?
Is that shoestring?
A roll of tape?
It's got one of them fly traps.
It looks like
Painter's tape.
like or Scotch tape. Is it Scotch tape? Or just regular brown masking tape?
Hey Sherman, 42 Walls City.
That cost me $2,700. Jesus. That's wild. That'll clean up. That won't affect anything.
I now pronounce you valve and piston. Make kiss the bride. I don't know if I trust this thing anymore.
You got it. We got it. Round 2, baby.
So on our second voyage, we're gonna try this again.
Round 2, baby.
Now we weigh more. With lower than stock compression.
Oh yeah. Way better than last time, way smoother. I have to look at that rear end.
That rear end is killer. Thunk.
You're in church with tires?
Not gonna lie, I almost lost my phone. I had like 2 fingers on it and it just went floop.
Stay alive.
Idle hunting.
Yeah, it's a lot. I know. If I knew this car better, I'd try to kick it.
Heath looks on with disappointment.
It's fat. I can tell while we roll into it, you can hear it start to gargle. It's like I hit chirp the tires in a second. And I may or may not have did a.
Oh no, you did. I heard you. I told her, I said, yeah, they just spun that car and ran up the road.
Woo, man, that's fun. I mean, that'll scare you, but that's fun.
It was promising.